Hey guys, it's Stephanie. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I just wanted to do a short video just talking about the Daily Express. I think that's what the newspaper's called in England, talking about Kennedy, and it's basically some information that I've been told, other stuff, and basically articles, story chopped up from different articles, but it's all basically the same stuff that I've been told. That Jeremy at Geeks and Gamers has been told, that Ethan Van Sciver's been told, that Craig reviews for you, and a few other people, and it basically reiterates, I think, what Grace Randolph has said. That Kennedy is on her way out. I believe she is out. I agree with Jeremy completely on this, and the reason why is this: there's nothing of her in any of the messaging that I have seen since this insanity has started. And she only made an appearance at the Soilo premiere in Los Angeles. That's it. That is it. So I'm like, why just on the why? I mean, can't you people understand what's going on here? The people who are doubting this, it's like, to be a really good detective, you have to also be an observer of human behavior. And, first off, my first clue after I heard about the secret 17-hour board meeting that actually happened, Disney board meeting, that something happened and then I heard about secret meetings going on between Lucasfilm and Disney. Pablo Hidalgo's behavior on Twitter changed remarkably. He actually locked down his old Twitter account and started a new one, and then he left and disappeared, and then left again, and then came back and has a new Twitter account, and he's very different. In his bio basically says everything on this Twitter account reflects the views of the parent company, whom you should be very, very angry at. Okay, what does that mean? All right, I want the people to sit there and act like they don't think it means anything, to understand. This is an indication, and if you are so stupid you can't figure that out, then you need not to A, be a reporter, B, you need not to speculate, and C, if it pisses you off that people are actually speculating and trying to put this puzzle together, don't talk to them. All right, don't comment. Just go away. Just go get a latte or something, because a soy latte, because apparently that's what you drink. So we have that, and that was an indication. John Campea immediately jumping on Fire Kennedy bandwagon after. And I don't know what Disney direct executive it was, Disney saying that John Lasseter was not being let go of from the organization. He was resigning from Pixar and moving to another, and they were going to move him somewhere else. All right, then John Campea starts going, fire her. And then like it was a screenwriter / film, or maybe both of them. Then they all jumped on it, even Scott Mendelson. And Jeremy Jahns, who's now disappeared from Twitter and everywhere else. Which really bugs me, because Jeremy Jahns isn't a bad guy. And so we have that, and then we have Chuck Wendig losing his mind. Weird cryptic bio on Rian Johnson's So Long Space Cowboy. Who's he talking to? Is he talking to Kennedy? Is he talking to Pablo? Is he talking to both of them? I mean, who? Then you've got, Paul S. Kemp, who hasn't written a book for Lucasfilm since George Lucas owned it, screaming about incel whatever and cisgender and attacking fans, and basically calling lefty who hated The Last Jedi and what Disney's doing to Star Wars, you know, a bunch of Trump voters. I mean, this is how ignorant and the little bubble of shit that these people live in. And then you've got, you know, it now leaking out. All right, you know, you've got the Comcast, and this is another piece of information I wanted to put this out because I think that if Comcast ups the ante in the bidding war and against Disney for Fox, and that it could speed up the process of what's going on at Lucasfilm much faster. The Disney shareholders, and these are hedge fund shareholders, and they've got a lot of power, basically forced the agreement that was going to happen in like after 4th of July between Fox and Disney to be postponed to the end of the month so Comcast can come back with another offer. Okay, so, you know, hold on to your horses because things could be moving a lot faster. I mean, you know, it could be Han Solo hitting the hyperdrive here. If you know, Iger needs to put the screws on to get her out of there and to get somebody else in and get it out in public, he may just do that. I know why they're trying to keep it on the down low, which is all has to do with shareholders and the merger and, you know, trying to do this quietly and you know, and basically kind of respecting, you know, Kennedy, which is, I mean, she is a pretty, you know, big name in Hollywood, and they don't want to embarrass her too much in that too. And I also want people who doubt this to understand. When you sit there and scream at me and Jeremy and Ethan and everybody about, oh, well, it's just speculation, you're not revealing your sources. First of all, we won't reveal our sources, so don't ask. Stop asking. If I thought my source was a liar, I wouldn't be telling you this, but I know he's not. Okay? Okay, so quit being, you know, dickheads and just enjoy the ride. And if you can't handle this kind of thing, then don't comment. If you see something posted or a video talking about what's going on, don't comment. Okay? You know, you can scroll past it, okay? Or you can block the person on Facebook who's posting it because it offends your delicate flower nose or your delicate, you know, soy boy sensibilities, because I'm gonna be doing this regardless of what you think. All right, and so is everybody else. So tough shit, as my dad would say. And I'm gonna tell you things that you have been really missing. I mean, that you haven't even thought of. How much money did Disney buy Lucasfilm for? $4.3 billion. Very much devalued, I think. How much money do you actually think those 4 films, The Force Awakens, Rogue One, The Last Jedi, and Solo made? Net. About $1.5 billion. All right, these are hard numbers. These are from Deadline and other publications who are pretty respected. And now I want you to think about that. It has not made its money back, and it should have. Now I can hear doubters saying, well, Marvel's keeping up its end. It don't matter. Marvel's Marvel. This is Lucasfilm, and they should be able to do this all by themselves. All right? Okay? This is, and you know, you obviously don't know shit about how business runs, especially a massive business empire like Disney, okay? All right? So you also, guys who want to doubt us, forget how much money did Disney invest total into Star Wars and into Lucasfilm. Because you're forgetting Galaxy's Edge, the hotels, and the Star Wars amusement park. It wasn't $1 billion. It wasn't $2 billion. It was billions and billions and billions and billions and billions of dollars. I don't know the cost. I haven't told it was $5 billion, but I think it was probably more because they've got parks all over the world. So you're having issues about all this. Why? Now, this is why Bob Iger is doing what he's doing. Because Kathleen Kennedy has failed to deliver. If you have a division in your company that is in the red as deeply as Lucasfilm is right now, you change the leadership. You change the personnel. This is what he's doing. Okay? Now, it might not be up there in person and transparent like you'd like and like I'd like, but it's still happening, whether you believe it or not. Okay? So I just wanted to reiterate that when you see the stuff that Jeremy's been talking about, the stuff that Ethan's been talking about, the stuff that Reviews for You, Craig there, has been talking about, the stuff that I've been talking about, and other, smaller channels with contacts have been talking about, show up, Grace Randolph, verbatim everything that I've been told. You got Movie Web basically saying, basically talking about Kathleen Kennedy leaving. That was 4 days ago. And all these other sites, Slash Film, Screen Rant, a couple other ones, and Express in England. Now, fine, the Express has had a time of it with some fake news. But I want you all to remember who broke the Lewinsky story. The National Enquirer. Okay? So, and, if it gets out into TMZ, Entertainment Tonight, any of the entertainment, tabloid TV shows, any of the bigger, more legit, even more legit sites, then you'll know it's real. Okay? What they're doing, they're testing the water to see how people react. Okay? The SJWs are acting like they don't believe it, and that's fine. But they're acting to see how you and me, the people who hated TLJ, are reacting. And, I think they're going to react accordingly and then leak more out. And I wanted to say this a little bit about Rian Johnson's trilogy. Jeremy thinks that he's going to end up being part of a trilogy as an executive producer, which means basically he does nothing. He's just sitting there like a potted plant. I mean, he might not even be named on it, which could happen. I mean, but I have been told that it's not going to happen at all. His trilogy will not happen at all. It'll probably likely fade away. And Jeremy is right. Now watch and wait. In a few weeks, you'll see articles coming out. Is Johnson's trilogy really happening? All right? This is how they do it. This is how the professional PR people do it. So, to all you doubters, bite me. We're on the right track here. And if you don't think so, I don't really care what you think. In fact, I don't know any of you from Adams Off Fox. Anyway, so, and to everybody else, just wait. Let's wait and see. Be patient. Watch what happens with the Comcast, Fox, Disney love triangle, and we'll see. And it's working out. We're winning, and I really think whoever comes in will probably have to retcon a lot of things. And I really, really think that what we should do now, and this is just my opinion, is whenever you have a chance, if you're on Twitter, at Robert Iger is Bob Iger's Twitter account, tweet things that are good about the EU. Talk about stories that were ready to go into production. They were ready to go. Talk about how great Tatooine Ghost was. Talk about how great, the Truce at Bakura was. Talk about how great the Thrawn trilogy was. Get him and get his people to understand that there's a wealth of wonderful, magnificent stories out there that people would kill to see. Animated. If they have to, because some of these have to be, because Carrie's dead and no one wants to see anybody replace Harrison Ford or Mark Hamill, all right? And then, encourage them to explore things like The Rise of Palpatine. That would be a good movie. the Knights of the Old Republic, the history of everything up until the original trilogy, and not to shy away from the prequels because they actually were pretty good movies. All right. So anyway, I really want you guys to consider what I said, and have a great Sunday. It's looking pretty good for us. All right. And this is Steph. See you around the galaxy.